to, you know, the passive damage that the Mbessa has. If you use that Spirit's Refuge, so much of Mbessa's damage is linked to use an ability, then get the auto attack off. So Shen
an important part of this KC roster. His ability to find roams and his impact on the map is something that I think so few supports in the league have been able to match. Labrov has had some strong performances, and we'll see if he can do it today. He's taking a ton of damage.
Chunked out, needs to use the heal, but Caliste can chase him down, and Caliste gets first blood.
Caster, not
Kyeahoo can do a huge amount of damage in the early game. Meanwhile, we see Caliste getting caught a little bit here. Hansama looking for the damage as SkewMond comes in for the gank. Aqua Prism, magical journey forward. Caliste still no flash, tries to dash away. But the Darking Blade finds its first victim.
Peyz actually just constantly be putting traps behind them in the midst of the fight, in between weaving your auto attacks to then make it more awkward for them to fight. As the ulti gets dropped.
Public execution in here. BrokenBlade flashing away from the hero's entrance from Kyeahoo. He does still have the taunt, tries to trade back onto Canna, goes in with the taunt, but Canna flashes wisely away from it, and the Winds of War will find their first victim of the game. Kyeahoo on the board.
It didn't look like he had anywhere to go, so BrokenBlade tries to make the play, gets the flash from Canna, but gives his life. G2 tried to respond with the Dragon. Yike in the area, though.
Yike goes in with Cataclysm, locks himself in. Cat's here as well, could look for the shockwave, a tidal wave to disengage. Kyeahoo has joined the fight, Tempered Fate flashed by Yike. Canna going in with the Eclipse here onto BrokenBlade, who only has a Tiamat and a Giant's Belt. BB needs to get out of here, but no flash on him. Canna has the public execution for the chase, doesn't need it. Canna just autos him.
Spirit's Refuge mitigates those auto attacks, right? Of course, that makes a ton of sense, but Mbessa, a lot of her damage doesn't come through from her auto attacks. So when she gets the Eclipse, I really start to feel that she starts winning out on these trades. We're yet to see BrokenBlade's first ulti of the game. He doesn't have a huge amount of armor early on as Kyeahoo, flash
forward by Caps to block the Justice Punch. SkewMond on the chase as well. The chains won't get the pullback on the Kyeahoo, who does flash himself. Shockwave still catches him though, and G2 get the kill on the enemy mid just before the Dragon. Yike looks for the flag and drag, can't land it. There's the Stand United. Cap's gonna have a partner in crime in the middle of the Cataclysm. Canna diving forward, immediately taunted. A good Tempered Fate on Busio stops him getting anywhere near the action. As G2 clean up in mid.
I mean, G2, when the chips are down, when you need to make a play, the place you have to look is in the middle lane. Caps flashes in front of Kyeahoo to stop him from getting a
whale of a time.
He's about to match this topside play. Yike trying to hide in the bush, doesn't realize he's on vision. SkewMond is swept. They're trying to make a play towards Caps, but once more, SkewMond's reading it.
And the Vov's on his way as well, has the Tempered Fate. Yike flag and drag out, SkewMond with the world end of public execution in, but Canna is met by two immediately and has to dash away. A Tempered Fate will lock Canna up. The minion wave now here to tank for a second. Canna tries to flash away, but the slows from Labrov. The Meeps doing their work, the charm and the chimes. In the end, Canna will escape with a TP. About 1,000 ahead right now. SkewMond 1.3 ahead himself. Busio and Caliste do have a small lead on that
with the flag. Won't be able to get it though. Tower gonna drop on the bot side.
Yeah, Canna's still winning out in the 1v1, but BrokenBlade has shown the merits of
too worried about the game state. SkewMond is the biggest threat. Checking if they have anti-healing. Oh, and that's exactly what I wanted to get to. Caliste, with his 2 completed items, with Busio at his back, is able to do a lot of damage. And remember, that healing reduction coming through from Busio. So G2 are just saying, you know what, we'll prioritize pushing through mid-wave. I think they're going to abandon the Dragon in order to gain control over this tower, and they can push this onto the next one as well.
They're going to charge it in. Kyeahoo looking for a flank of his own, but the charge will still land, and a couple more plates over to G2. The Drake secured for KC, but the gold lead extends by about 1,000. Magical journey out for Labrov. Tidal wave coming out from Busio. Hansama able to get himself...
Try and make a play. Mainstead just all in on mid, so you can see how safe G2 are trying to play for the next couple of moments until they spot where Kyeahoo is on the map.
Yeah, just have to be a little bit more defensive. Does he have a way to get out of this situation? A little bit of outgo gaming, perhaps. Take a small break. BB and Caps that will collapse. And Canna, even with the shields, shouldn't be able to get away. Canna dies, Caps gets the kill, and there's the TP advantage. We were stealing away the blue as well. He'll be happy with that. BrokenBlade will get a tower in response. Gold lead stays about that. Yike trying to get on towards the back line. Tidal wave forces Caps up towards the top side. Yike goes in with a Cataclysm, a Tempered Fate. Will stop time for a second hero's entrance as well. A double taunt. Is it enough to take down Skew? It doesn't seem to be. SkewMond survives through it with the help of a Stand United from his brother BB, who's caught out with the Aqua Prism, and Busio eventually finds a kill for KC.
Caliste sets up that play for KC. This is what you need to be doing on Illusion. Prior to the fight even starting, find
Labrov
that...
did a good job as well with the Tempered Fate, catching onto Caliste, stopping the initial burst of damage, but this is what can happen. Tempered Fate goes wide, the culling lands, and now Labrov is forced away. Unsummer trying to escape, Yike will fall for it. Kyeahoo here with the TP in from BB, no stand united for him. The taunt's gonna land on two, SkewMond dead, double tidal wave as well for the knockup, and SkewMond needs to get out. Wild Ender pop, Canna flashes away from the Infernal Chains.
Pipes now completed on towards BrokenBlade as well. Very supportive build here.
A Scot at New Year's. He's bagpiping from sunrise to sunset. And there's a Titanic Hydra in there somehow as well. Oh! As we see the Temper Fate connecting, Yike has the GA, will flash away. BrokenBlade trying to get on towards that backline. Taunt into taunt as BrokenBlade pulls Kyeahoo away from the rest of the team. Caps trying to keep Karmine at bay himself as well.
That is a nice headshot that comes through from Hansama. G2 are winning the war of attrition. They are chipping away at KC's HP. The healing for Busio is good, but G2 have position on the objective. So now these Caitlyn traps are doing some serious work. KC, I think they're going to have to abandon this, but they're TPing in.
Yeah, who's TPing towards the bottom side. Canna looking for that public execution. Yike looking to get in with the Cataclysm. Goes in. Public execution on the backline, but it's only on the Labrov. Hero's entrance as well to separate the team. Caps goes on a rampage as Busio and Caliste caught. SkewMond dashing across the wall here to chase out the Nami. Caps with a stopwatch in the pit as the rest of G2 try to come to his aid but can't get there quickly enough. It doesn't matter. They'll sacrifice Caps for the rest of KC. Yike, that Guardian Angel is more like a devil on your shoulder as G2 wipe away Karmine Corp.
SkewMond and Caps find the combo onto the back line. The flash from SkewMond set up for the shockwave, and it's reminiscent of what we saw at the World Championship last year. Beautiful play from the duo, beautiful team fight from G2, and while they lose the dragon...
Won, but they die where they just stole the dragon.
I mean, once you take the Lucian out of the fight, so much of the damage simply disappears. Of course, Canna is there to help him out, but that shockwave combo...
And quite easily, as G2 will begin to push through the top side. BrokenBlade catching mid. Good push from Caliste and Busio down towards bot, though. KC trying to get something out of this.
That tower's already taken low, so they should be able to trade tower for tower. They just have to try and get back for their next objective.
Caps is going to respond. Caps is there. Yike's on the bottom side of the map as well. Currently pathing down towards it. Caps trying to clear the wave in time. The shockwave to pull back Caliste. The culling coming out. Caps may have sacrificed himself for this again. Has the Zhonyas, has the stand united, has the shielding. And the tower remains. Inhibitor towards the top side is G2. Look for the Tempered Fate, but can't quite land it. Caps now going to TP into the fight. It's only Canna here to defend. Kyeahoo there to try and bolster them up. But G2 may have pulled the rope, but don't. Caps gets the kill onto Yike. It was BB who TP'd and KC who fell. Caliste here, but all he can do is stand and watch. He's haunted by BB. The top father is here to make sons of KC. Game 1 goes to G2.